Okay, hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new Class 66 Rocks locomotive review. Now, in this review, we're taking a look at a Hornby model, but it is quite old, I think. And the reason I purchased it was that I wanted to add it to my fleet of locomotives, ready for when we move into our new house. Just an update on the house move, actually, while I'm at it. We should be moving in the next month or so. So, quite a lot's happened recently. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, if the surveyor still doesn't find anything, as we're just waiting for his report to come back, we should be moving in the next month or so, like I say. So, without further ado, let's have a look at what we've got today then. So, today, as you can see, we have a Hornby locomotive. And on the front, you can probably guess what sort of class it is, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. I'll show you the side of the box in a minute. So as we can see, it's a double O gauge locomotive. Now if we take a look at the top of the box here, it says, "This locomotive is designed to be powered from the track or by the overhead power supply system." So this suggests it's got a pantograph system. Due to recent improvements to the locomotive track power supply collectors, it is not possible to independently operate two locomotives on the same track using the two different power sources as stated in the Hornby catalogue. So now let's take a look at the side of the box and see exactly what we're looking at. So as we can see today, it is catalogue number R2159. It's an EWS livery, so it's an EWS Bobo electric. It's a Class 86 locomotive, and it has the name the Rail Charter Partnership. Now, the reason I had this was I've got a fleet of Freightliners and EWS locomotives. Now, I know Helgen did the 86 in Freightliner, which I have myself, but this particular one I'd been after for quite some time. So I went on eBay and eventually I managed to get hold of it. So let's take it out of the box and have a look at it then. So I'll just place the box down a minute and we'll have a look at what we've got here then. Now this locomotive has to be hardwired, it isn't DCC ready as far as I'm aware. So this is the Hornby locomotive operation and maintenance leaflet. It's got a Ringfield motor. So we just have a bit of information about the introduction, lubrication, running hints, and as you can see there's a lot of information in here. So it is a hard wiring job, but we're going to be leaving that until we move house. So as we can see, we have quite a lot of information in the leaflet. So you've got information about the locomotive bodywork, the traction tyres, television suppression, overhead power supply system. So there's quite a lot in here, so we'll keep hold of these for the time being. Okay, so the next thing that we've got is just a basic cardboard insert. I'll just take a bit of bubble wrap off actually. So that just shows us an image of the locomotive that we're looking at. So let's take a look at the locomotive itself. So as you can see, it's wrapped in some tissue paper as to protect it. So as you can see, it's in the Hornby foam style box. And if you turn the box around, you can see we've got our two holes on the back where we'll put our fingers through to get the locomotive out. So let's just reveal this tissue paper. So as you can see there, we have the Class 86, and I have to say it looks really stunning. So let's take it out of the box and have a look at it. So I'll just be very gentle of what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's take this tissue paper off and take a look at it. Okay, so here we have the Class 86 by Hornby. So we'll just fold the pantograph system down a minute. If it will go down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so first off, it's got quite a lot of weight to it actually, which is good. Because obviously the heavier they are, the better haulage capacity that they have. So what we'll do, we'll start with the front of the loco first. Now there's not a driver in this particular model, as it is one of the older Hornby versions anyway, like I say. Okay, so starting with the front of the locomotive, you can see we've got 3 windows on the front here, and I thought we'd also got some windscreen wipers. Now, if you can, I think they are actually. If the camcorder's picking that up, where that little diagonal line is, just that side and that side, I'm sure they're wipers. So moving down now, you can see we've got a metal handrail on the front of the loco here. This particular loco hasn't got DCC on board, like I say, or DCC ready, and it hasn't got any lighting either. So we might have to customise this and put some LEDs into the light so that it lights up, and we might fit a cab light as well. So as you can see, we've got the lights which are supposed to be here, but like I say, we will modify that. So as you can see, we've got some warning panels on the left and right hand sides. Now moving down, we've got some round buffers. These aren't sprung unfortunately, but you can expect that from a locomotive of its age obviously. And we've also got Hornby's moulded style coupling. Now we are going to replace this with an NEM coupling so that it's compatible with the rolling stock that we have for our layout. I might take the one off the front and just have it one on the back for pulling wagons or coaches or whatever. Okay, so let's move round to the side of the loco now. So as we can see, we've got 4 wheels on either bogie, 4 on the front and 4 on the back. Taking a look at the side now, as you can see, we've got some metal handrails on the side of the cab door there. Moving across now, you can see we've got the EWS wording. That's in like a brightish red colour, and we've also got the locomotive number 86261 and the name just here, the Rail Charter Partnership. Now you may have noticed, like I say, the EWS wording is a bit brighter than usual. I think Hornby toned it down slightly in the later years to make them more realistic, but we can't fault it. There's nothing wrong with the locomotive, so let's get on with the review then. So as you can see, we've got some etched grills, which is a nice touch actually to the side of this particular locomotive. I mean, for a loco of its age, I thought that it was going to be like basic, but it's not. It is quite detailed actually. So moving along again, you can see we've got some etched grills just here, and on this side of the locomotive we have the logo, which is the English, Welsh and Scottish Railway, which I think is the 3 beasties, but correct me if I'm wrong by leaving your comments below. So as we can see, we've got some metal handrails here again on the cab door. Now I think that the logo might be the front of the loco and we've just taken a look at the back, but like I say, there's not a driver, so we could fit one either end, but I think we might use this as the front end with it having the logo on the door. Okay, so moving the loco round to the other side now, as you can see again, we've got the 3 windows just here, and again a metal handrail running across underneath that. Moving down, you can see we have where the headlights have got to be for the directional lighting, and we've also got like the detailing, but it's painted on. It's not a detailing part, but we might fit some detailing to it as well, so look out for that. So as you can see, we have the locomotive number on the right hand side just there, as well as some warning panels on the left and right hand sides. Again, we've got some round buffers, but unfortunately these aren't sprung, but I suppose we could always modify that and maybe try and fit some sprung ones. And again, we have Hornby's moulded coupling, which will be replaced. So turning the locomotive round to the other side now, as you can see, we've got some etched grills here. Now on this side we've also got 2 windows along with the etched grills. As you can see, we have the locomotive number 86261. We have the name, the Rail Charter Partnership, and again we have the EWS wording in a brightish red colour. So moving to this end of the locomotive now, as you can see again we've got some metal handrails on the left and right hand sides, and again we've got the three beasties English, Welsh and Scottish Railway logo just there. Okay, so let's take a look at the roof area of the locomotive then. So as you can see, it's quite basic on this area just here where my finger is, but then as you move across you start getting quite a lot of detailing going in to the roof area, obviously because of the pantograph system. Now that flicks up, I didn't have to put much effort into that at all. So as you can see, it is a metal pantograph. Now as stated on the box, this locomotive either runs via the track power or by connecting this to an overhead system. Now at the minute with the new house layout we haven't ruled out an overhead system. I'll just try and follow it down actually, there we go. But it might be something that we look into. So I'll keep you updated with progress on the new house layout anyway, as and when we do the updates for it, because obviously the first thing I'm going to be showing you is the loft space itself, and then obviously once we've fitted the baseboards etc. So it's going to be a long process, but it will be worth it. So that's it basically, the EWS Class 86 by Hornby.